Welcome to River City Live on this Monday of Thanksgiving week.
And you might look over here and you see some empty chairs. Don't worry, we have some very special guests that will be joining us in just a minute.
In just a minute. But first, with Thanksgiving coming up, we wanted to try to settle a debate today that it actually started for me this weekend, but it's all over the internet right now. So today is a day known as National Stuffing Day. So, but the question is, which is it, stuffing or dressing?
See, I never knew if there was a difference or it was just something like regional. Is it?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same thing you are, but when I looked into it, no, it's a debate.
Oh,
It is a hot topic. I always thought stuffing, you stuff, and dressing, you put on top. You dress it up.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is not the case. I actually had Stewie B, his partner, was telling me about it this weekend, and it's dressing has bread and stuffing has cornbread, or do I have those back?
Other way around.
Way
Yeah,
around.
dressing has cornbread. That's what I just learned that right now, which sounds equally as delicious as dressing does.
I was never a fan of either. So
So I know for a fact ours at our house was stuffing because it said it on the box. So let's go over to our Facebook page and take a look at our poll that we put up a little bit earlier, asking, which is it for you? 41% of people say dressing, 38% stuffing, and then the 21% that's left over says, what's the difference?
Yeah, I think I'm in that 21%. What's the difference?
as long as well, like I said, back in the day, I was kind of picky and I wasn't into it. But then I found out you could add sausage and bacon into it. Now, stuffing, dressing, whatever.
It's a meal. It's no longer a side dish. That's a meal.
And there were comments to go along with that poll, so let's see what you guys are saying about it too.
Cornbread, dressing.
All right.
Okay, so yeah,
Sammy Lewis.
that's what
to
we
the
were
point.
saying.
Jose, stuffing.
Yeah, not a lot of words on these. Just like very.
I think these people are eating.
But here's actually, Chad says a proper Southerner will only eat cornbread dressing.
How do you
right,
know?
so-
Okay.
Okay,
And
then.
sweet tea. Okay, then is it sweet potatoes or candy yams?
Oh, you're going to start that now.
Yeah.
If we're going to go, let's go all the way.
We want to break it down
I have
dish
no idea. They're
by
all good.
by dish. Or you could do what our producer Justin says and say, is it hash browns or hash rounds? How
That is a true story, by the way.
Yeah, you call it what you like. I'll call it what I like. What do you think about
Are
that?
there any special items that you guys like to have at Thanksgiving, like you have to have on your plate?
I get stuck in the carb aspect of things, but I like mashed potatoes and I like sweet potatoes. So if they're both there, I'm going to put them both on my plate. So that's that and like buttery dinner rolls.
Oh, yeah, that's a good route.
Those
yeah.
are mine.
Well, my mother-in-law's green beans. Okay, I've already talked about the turkey that she cuts up like a chicken, batters and fries, right?
Right.
So there's that. But mainly, though, the one that's been passed down, because I don't ever attempt that, is the green beans. She puts the bacon in the water, boils that up, and then adds the green beans. What about you?
Just a traditional meal. I like to have just a normal Thanksgiving feast, but really after that day, I'm cool for another 364 days
Yeah.
until it comes around again,
Not
So
big on leftovers.
Yeah, I dive in, seize the day for that moment, and then that's it. All right, so I talked about it earlier. Let's bring in some very special guests. So guys, please take a seat. Today is National Hello Day, by the way, and National Stuffing Day.
Hello.
So let's say a big national hello to the First Lady of Jacksonville, Molly Curry, and the one and only Mayor Lenny Curry. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hey!
Thanks for having
Am I
us.
the only one?
Good.
All right, so can I just start out with the first question? We were just having the debate, stuffing and dressing. What's it like in your guys' house?
We were just debating over there. We didn't know the difference either. But usually I think I do the box of stuffing.
Thank you.
I like it's dressing, cornbread, right?
Well, your mom does a good cornbread dressing, and she'll
yes.
bring that over. Yes.
Okay. So we can put that one to bed for a while, right? We can just kind of shake
It is
that
now
off.
law. No.
But let's ask you guys, what are some of your family Thanksgiving traditions, and which side of the family did they come from?
Well, we've done a different thing over the years. Sometimes we travel to Molly's family's house. Sometimes we have people over at our house. If they come to our house, I'll usually smoke a turkey. I have one of those big green eggs, which takes a few hours, which is always good eating. And then sometimes we travel. This year we'll actually be in Amelia Island, just relaxing and not cooking, but eating.
Ah, very nice.
A lot of eating.
And somebody cooking for you, like you going to a restaurant, or is your family going to cook? Ah, all right.
Yes.
We're going to go up with family up to Amelia Island and hang out. And
Kind of take a break from it,
it
all.
is. It's nice not to have to make a grocery shopping list. And
But the mayor is the turkey guy when it happens at your house.
Oh, yes.
Okay, good to know.
Oh,
And I remember the first year I smoked the turkey, I was so nervous because everybody's counting on you.
Yeah.
But it turned out, now I've done it a number of years, and so far I've nailed it every time.
yeah, you did
Who
a good job.
carves the turkey?
Now that, we haven't mastered that.
Yeah.
We usually ask my dad to dive in, but it's kind of a free-for-all.
Yeah, it's not pretty. It doesn't look like the Publix, commercial after we're
Right.
done with it.
Hey, I get it down to the bone. I'm good like that. I can show you a few things you ever need. So we just shot our big Black Friday extravaganza. It's going to air this Wednesday at 11 a.m. So we wanted to know, do either of you get into the whole Black Friday shopping experience?
Absolutely not. Now, I stay far away from the stores, especially that first weekend. And if I do go to the stores, it's usually at night, like hopefully when, people are home eating dinner, but a lot of online shopping for me.
Okay.
I say absolutely not. My chaotic shopping is always Christmas Eve. I find myself
Oh, okay.
in a mad dash.
Yes.
So you guys are obviously busy with the kids. So what are the plans with the kids this holiday season? Do they have anything special on tap?
They're all three in public school, and I think public school runs up until like a couple days before Christmas. I think the 23rd is the first day that they're out. So we're going to be home, and then we're going to take the second half of Christmas break and go out skiing. Go out to
Fun.
Colorado and go snow skiing.
Anything hot on their lists, though, this year? Have they told you anything that maybe Santa could be bringing by?
I am embarrassed to admit this, but I still have some Halloween decorations lingering up around the house, so it doesn't quite feel like Christmas yet. But they did. We were talking a couple days ago, and they want something, a potato chip, which is a bit, I don't know if you've seen it. It's an outdoor play thing. It's sort of like a seesaw, and one sits on one side. So something to do.
That sounds like fun.
It
Can
is.
we totally borrow that on the show?
Yes,
Next time you
it's
come, bring
huge,
it.
and you would think it's going to flip over, but for some reason it doesn't. Then my younger daughter, she wants a magician set.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so we'll book her next on the
Yes,
show.
she can come and do some tricks for you. Yeah.
I heard you guys are going to Telluride?
Steamboat.
Steamboat. Awesome. They're going to have some good powder this year.
It's already started.
Are you ski or snowboard? Doesn't matter.
Ski.
All right.
Ah,
And
Well, I've given up on
you
skiing.
hang.
Yeah,
She's the
I
hot
would do.
chocolate
I
and
do.
the.
Yeah, I help get the kids to ski school, everybody off, and then I'll meet them up afterwards.
Well, what do you do then when they're skiing?
Oh, I have no problem hanging out by myself for a couple hours. I'll either work out or go into town or, read a
sure there's
book or just,
plenty.
yeah. I've tried skiing. It's not for me too much.
well, let's take you back to Christmases past.
Okay.
Have either of you ever returned a gift from the other one? And if so, please do share.
Yes, unfortunately.
Like what?
You've returned a lot of gifts.
You have good intentions, but maybe you don't get it quite right on the color or the size or this or that. So yeah, I return.
But I always do a good job at Christmas, usually taking the time and going clothes shopping for you.
Yes.
And you generally don't return that stuff, right?
Unless the size is off.
Clothes shopping.
Yes.
So you've got all the sizes in here and everything, huh?
Do you
get
hint at
close.
each other on what you guys want?
A little bit. Like I'll ask, but sometimes what I think he wants may be different than what he wants. So
My asks are usually much bigger than what
Ah.
yeah.
end up showing up.
So we have the debate in my house, and it's usually I'm wrong. But so the gift card's a bad idea.
Oh, no, not a bad idea.
Oh, really?
It just you need to throw something of thought in there, too. Do you
okay,
agree?
okay.
Yeah, I agree. I like a good gift card because
All
then
right.
Yeah. I mean, if
there's
it,
no returning on that.
gift cards are wonderful,
Mm-hmm.
but there should always be at least something to open, something tangible, even if it's $5, just something that says,
So the gift card
I
in an
get
envelope
you.
needs to be
Right.
more.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think so.
okay, I'm working
that's
on that.
That's my opinion.
Maybe a
but-
card with some writing on it.
Also, with the holidays coming up, a lot of charities and events are coming up. Do you guys have anything on your event calendar for the charitable community?
For the charitable community.
Wednesday,
Oh
Thanksgiving.
yes, yeah. For Thanksgiving, we are going to
City Rescue.
City Rescue Mission with the kids.
Take the family and make sure that it's important that the kids serve other people and see that, frankly, see that people don't have what many of us have.
That's certainly the case. It's nice when families get out and do that. I know several families that are doing that on Christmas Day too, that are going to be in town. So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
How important is it to teach, I mean, your kids, and I mean just the community as a whole, that we should all give back and kind of take care of each other?
I mean, I think it's really important, you know. And we knew in our little world that we lived in before I decided to run for mayor, that certainly, I mean, we were involved with charities and doing things for people. But when I went out and campaigned and went door to door, our kids came with me on some of those walks, and they were able to see firsthand that there are tremendous disparities, and that you know, we have to do our part in acknowledging that and serving other people.
And who's the mayor of the Curry household?
The CEO of the Curry household.
So the night, May 19th, the night of the election, even though I hadn't been sworn in yet, as soon as they announced the results, Smiley looked at me and said, "Congratulations, Mayor. You will never hear that come out of my mouth again."
Well, they always say there's the boss and the decision maker.
That was kind of a political answer, though. So is there a CEO and a COO in the household, or a CFO, or how does it work?
You know, it's when Lenny comes home, he's good. It's life is normal, taking out the trash cans, helping out around the house, getting the kids to bed and everything. So it's pretty much life is normal when he's home in the house.
Well, you guys work very well as a team, but let's see what happens if we split you up, ask you individual questions, newlywed game style. Are you game for that?
Okay,
Yes.
sure.
All right, stick around. More to come with the Currys.